Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning down at the toy store and we are starting off the day behind the desk. Now I'm not real sure how busy we will be today. Homecoming. Lots and lots of homecoming stuff going on in the area this weekend, so that might slow us down just a little bit. I mean, we're not going to slow down. We're still going to try to get some things done around the toy store, but we might not have as many customers today as normal. Now, I said that yesterday, but we ended up being really busy last night. So that just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen around here, how busy you're going to be, how slow you're going to be. It's kind of strange like that. Anyway, where am I going with all that? I don't know. But let's check out last night's eBay orders. Somebody picked up this Elite Collection WWE True FX Tommaso. This fig is in really good shape. I mean, it's new in the box. I should say the box is in really good shape. Next on the list, the last of the 2023-24 Panini Contenders basketball cards. I think we sold a total of 14 of these on eBay, and it didn't take very long. A couple weeks at most. 14 of those went out the door. Unfortunately, this last box has a little dent in it. And here we go. Last night's eBay orders should be really easy to box up. My brother will pick those up here momentarily. And as far as what we've got going in the store today, we are going to tackle those pockets of random toys that are laying around the store. I'm going to show everybody what I'm talking about. Let's get out from behind the desk and we'll go through what I'm talking about here. See how I have all of these Studio Mercantile toys, puzzles, games, however you want to say it. They're piled right there, and I would really like to get that cleaned up, okay? Now, it's a little disorganized. It doesn't look the best, but I would like to clean that up as well. Over here, kind of the same thing, basically along the walls. These are the places that I need to take care of, need to get organized a little bit better. Right here as well, we were looking at this. I need to put that back, but I'd like to kind of get this cleaned up, looking a little bit better. And we've got items like this, right? Those microphones. We will never sell those in the store. I'm going to put those on Facebook Marketplace today as a bulk buy. Speaking of Facebook, last night I was kind of scrolling through Facebook and it feels like we could be doing a little bit better. I wouldn't say our competition, right? But I saw some of the big liquidators that kind of do what we do. They're on Whatnot. It looks like they're making money hand over fist. When I see those types of things, it makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I could be doing more. I could be ramping this thing up a little bit better. And it's a little frustrating. It's a little discouraging. And I've got to think of better ways to liquidate inventory beyond eBay, beyond just the retail space. There has to be a different way. I just need to think about it. It's got to click in my head, okay? Kind of rambling on there a little bit, but it's been on my mind. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I have to figure out better ways to move some of these toys that have been sitting around for a while. I'm going to pull these haunted house kits out. Halloween's coming. We might as well put those out, see what we can do. And then there's just random overflow stacked on this wall. I would like to get that cleaned up today. And maybe if we have time, jump into some of these other projects. I've got a table full of toys here. I've got tubs full of sporting goods, but I don't want to say, yeah, I'm going to get all that done today because it is Saturday, the busiest day of the week, or hopefully it will be. So I need to kind of focus in, do what I can do, and move on. The first thing, we're going to move those Halloween kits up here. Actually, the first thing I need to do, eBay orders. I almost got sidetracked. We like to get our eBay orders shipped out right away. We really take pride in our fast shipping. And yeah, I need to get that done. The post office closes at noon. I got these moved up here and I already sold one. Somebody walked in, they were getting something else. They were getting a gift certificate and they said, hey, I want one of those. And yes, that would probably be like a real world example of why things need to come off the floor. I need to do a better job. I kind of feel like I'm not doing a good job of putting things up shelving them properly. I don't know. It just feels like I'm slacking in that department. So I'm going to make a real push to do better at that. I'm looking at these. There is one tag on the bottom that says $19.99. That's not the price. I think we're going to do $5.99, $6.99, something in that area. These came on our very first buy. The $100,000 Macy's truck. They're still sitting around the store. By the time we got them in, right, Halloween was already over. It was done with. So now it's coming back around and it's almost Halloween. So we have to capitalize on the holiday. I'm working on the toy piles a little bit at a time, and I came across 2 of these Jurassic World's Chaos Outpost play sets. And if I remember correctly, we sold like 10 of these on eBay. I checked the eBay listings. They're not listed anymore, which means we sold them all, right? So I went ahead and put the 2 that were left on eBay. Hopefully we get those sold. These also came on the very first toy buy we ever did. And I'm kind of catching a reoccurring theme. A lot of the items that are on the floor or kind of packed away just in random places in the store, they came off our first toy truck. That applies to this item as well. There are 4 or 5 of these mobile dog gear weekender backpacks. There's also some of the little dog cleanup kits. Also off that very first truck, I found these Star Wars Mandalorian Spot It card games. And also those came off the very first Macy's truck. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but yeah, it's stuff that's been laying around the shop for way too long. We've spent quite a bit of time behind the desk today. Right now, I am repricing some of these buckets, the tool bucket set. And again, a lot of this stuff needs to come off the floor. It needs to be repriced. It needs to be displayed better. And that's what we're chipping away at. While I'm doing that, I also need to refill the hot dog kitties. These things are really good sellers, and I'll show everybody why. When you open these up, kids love to grab them when they walk by the stuffed animal bins. So the best way to sell these, open 4 or 5 of them, put them out there, and watch the magic happen. We are probably running low on these kind of large hot dog kitties. I've got lots of the little ones left, and there's a whole bunch of these fawns. And I'll show everybody what these look like here. But you have these little fawns right here, and we are going to put some good prices on these. Just need to get through them. We have boxes and boxes. I think a couple bucks each will probably work. But I'm going to get these unwrapped. We'll get them in the stuffed animal bin. And yes, you can see why, right? Kids, they come through, they grab them, hook, line, and sinker. But other than that, I am just working on repricing. We've been steady. It comes in bursts. We'll be slow like we are now. You'll have 4 or 5 people in here wandering around, and then you'll be slow again. And that sometimes is the norm. I was in the back room digging around, kind of seeing what we had going. If there's anything I could bring out, put it on special. And we're going to go back to these little fawns right here. There are boxes and boxes of these in the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear this out, put this stuff on the shelves. We've got a little bit of room, and I am going to take the LOL balls, kind of the surprise mini balls that are in this bin. We've been selling these. They're kind of selling down a little bit. Refill this and use this little round dump bin for the fawns. I'm going to put like $2.99 on them, fill that thing up, and just try to move those. Like I said, I've got plenty of room for this stuff in the Nerf aisle. We've been selling a lot of the Nerf down, and we haven't gotten any of that stuff back in. I think it's about time for another toy buy. It feels like we could cram more toys in here. There's always space somewhere. I'm thinking there's always some space somewhere. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular dump bin. I don't think I would probably order one of these again. I just don't like how it's set up. It's got that ring around the bottom that pops up. kind of clipped together. It feels pretty janky. Probably wouldn't do that again. Okay, we're finishing up with the fawns, and that sign is crooked. It's gonna drive me nuts. Better fix this. Okay, that'll work. It really wasn't that crooked, but once it gets in my head, it kind of stays there. I'm really trying to dig into the sides here underneath, and I'm gonna try to get it done. Probably most of it's gonna be off camera. We've been pretty steady today. It wasn't as slow as I thought it was going to be. We've got a couple hours until we close, so I'm gonna try to get things buttoned up. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. And until next time, I will see you later. Peace.